bum, ticka bound, to bang, diggy, diggy.
Doesn't he say thong with the bong orangutan titties?
Hello, and welcome to the Joystick Junkies podcast. My name is Brendan, and today we're talking about our biggest hot takes when it comes to superhero media and what we are presented in today's climate. Joining me is all my brothers. First up, we got my big dog, Mad King JC.
Hi, I'm JC. I don't have Twitter, but you could find me at Mad King on blackpeoplemeet.com.
That's payback. Anyways, next we got Lando Calrissian from Cloud City.
Yeah.
We got my boy Hoseby, or Jose, if you will.
Yeah, it was good.
And editing this beautiful podcast will be my big dog Justin.
Hello. How are you?
Hello. So basically, we're just going to go around, give our best hot takes when it comes to a couple different categories when it comes to superheroes. Starting with Marvel, I'm just going to get this out here. Doctor Strange 2 was the best movie to come out since Endgame.
came out?
I mean,
Get up and
Eternals.
look
I think it was Eternals that came out afterwards.
The
Black
America, Black
Black Widow.
Did Thor
Yeah.
Love and Thunder come out after that? That was pretty good.
Well, I honestly thoroughly enjoyed Black Widow.
Oh yeah, Black Widow.
It's not just because of Scarlett Johansson, but I actually enjoyed it.
I don't like their whole redoing Taskmaster thing.
It's
That
also like
That was a bit weird.
it's
We'll give you
also
that one.
like, yeah, let's make her solo movie after she's already dead in the franchise.
Yeah, that was.
Like-
I think that was kind of crazy that they did that.
If you want to go through the history of Marvel blunders of when and when not to release a movie, we'd be here all day.
I mean, that's fair. I'm just saying they took that movie in such a different direction when it comes to Marvel movies and what we come to expect from them. And it was genuinely a fun, good watch throughout the whole thing. It was a little plot holy at times, but that's been the Marvel universe since Loki came out. You know, with the TVA and all the different multiverse, it's been just something that Marvel's leaned on for a while now to continue stories of characters that need to move on, in my opinion.
To be fair, I can't say it's just Marvel and that. Even video game companies have done it, and DC's done it, where it's like, oh, the multiverse, so we can get away with whatever we want. It's cool, but it's sometimes lazy writing.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about the Deadpool universe. Honestly, like I kind of feel like Deadpool, like as a superhero, like is super great, but like they kind of hide lazy writing behind comedy and fourth wall breaks, and that's kind of like the appeal to it. Like I just think sometimes some of the story of it is just lazy.
Like, arguably, Deadpool and Wolverine is one of the better movies they've come out with since Endgame, right? And story is not great, but it's such a fun watch that most people just don't give that much of a fuck, you know?
And I think
So-
that's my biggest part with it is that it's literally just like almost like comedic to an extent. Like even like some of the old movies are literally just callback movies, bro. Like they're just like to see how many old references we can fit in there to appeal to the old fan base as much as possible, and it kind of literally derails the story.
I mean, I kind of feel different. I don't think it was they brought back all the old people to the older stars to like just reference it. It almost like they wrapped up all their stories. Like Elektra was supposed to get her own show, but that didn't happen. Tatum was supposed to be Gambit in his show, but that didn't happen. Blade was supposed to get another movie, but it didn't happen. They kind of, I agree with you to an extent. It is just nostalgia, but they did definitely wrap up a bunch of stuff that didn't get to happen before by using that movie.
Very much appreciated.
And I mean, but yeah, but like that's for older fans, and that's what I'm saying. Like that's the fan service part of it, right? Is you didn't see these guys until literally like a decade or two later, like you know what I mean, and they're just randomly chilling in the void. You know what I mean? Like the TVA came and swiped him up and fucking put him in the void, and that to me is just like I get it, like it's cool, it's nice, it's whatever. And then they fucking alluded at Gambit getting out of the fucking void as well. So yeah. I just think that they do nostalgia, like, and that's kind of what gets them by and gets people in to the movies a lot. Like, I mean, granted Fantastic Four, and I wouldn't even say what's it called, Thunderbolts, like kind of did that too. Like, you know what I mean? Like Bucky's still around, like, and Bucky's like still trying to be this badass guy, but he's also a congressman. So it's just a weird dynamic that they've got going on now.
Yeah,
I
and
honestly think that Brendan's take on Doctor Strange 2 being like the best movie to come out after Endgame is kind of a wild take, honestly.
What do you put up there over it?
I mean, you got Shang-Chi that came out, you got Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the thing about Doctor Strange 2, that's the one with Wanda in it, right?
Yeah, it's the Multiverse of
Yeah,
Madness.
that's a horror trope movie. Like that one's a good one. Like they do a bunch of horror tropes in there.
Yeah,
Stuff
which I mean,
they've put out anywhere so far, like they actually try to do something different with that movie and really introduce the multiverse like really well and like what the consequences can be with all this.
I
And
feel, but I mean, No Way Home did that.
Which one came out first?
No Way Home.
Wanda,
Um,
I mean,
Let's
Are
fact
you
check this. Fact check. Somebody
Uh,
fact check.
No Way
Flag on
Home
play.
came out December 17th, 2021.
Okay.
Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness came out May 6th, 2022.
So it came out first. So yeah, then he's got a point there. He's got a valid argument. Because the multiverse of madness literally made Peter Parker alone in the universe. So I mean, there's no other. I mean, granted, I guess Wanda's seek for ultimate power and her children. I guess the Scarlet Witch is a bigger villain. I will say that. But the outcome of Peter Parker's mess with the multiverse is significantly more severe than what Doctor Strange was.
very true. I will
'Cause-
definitely concede on that. But I just loved the cinematography, the way they even like displayed the Scarlet Witch's power in Doctor Strange 2. Like
Yeah, they didn't flesh it
everything,
out in the other movies. I'll give you that.
and I just really appreciate everything they did with that movie and made it more of an enjoyable watch than even Spider-Man for me.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest on the Spider-Man No Way Home thing. That to me is a movie that is epitome of what Landon was talking about. They connected the older movies with different actors, but not as much the actual different versions of Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Like there's Noir Spider, which is well known. There's a Spider-Man that's like a clone. There's Scarlet Spider, there's Superior Spider. There's a lot of
I-
different versions of Spider-Man. I feel like would actually made that movie better. I don't like the fact all they did was let's bring back 2 other Spider-Men.
But like I
So
see where they're
different.
coming from on that point though. Like they
No, that's
did the
farming.
3, right?
That's farming nostalgia.
But
That's
they
what they
also
did.
but I mean you also have the Into the Spider-Verse. That
But do you
comes
consider, if you consider that farming nostalgia, do you still also consider what they did in Deadpool farming nostalgia? Because that's basically the same fucking thing.
Yeah,
No,
that's what they
because
did.
No, because the stuff in Deadpool, especially like I said with Channing Tatum, he didn't get to play that role. He's now being able to play that role. And also
I mean,
they brought in new characters in that as well.
They brought
Hadn't
freaking
been on
Wesley
screen.
Snipes back. What do you mean?
yeah, dude, that's literally called.
Okay, they
Yeah.
brought Wesley Snipes back if we're being completely honest, because it's Ryan Reynolds playing
And
fucking
the
Deadpool.
girl who played the original fucking
Elektra.
X-13.
Or wait,
Electra.
Because
they
yeah,
weren't.
yeah, they even brought back fucking Chris
Hold on.
Evans as Johnny
Hold on.
Flame.
They weren't going to make a new. They weren't like making or referencing a new fucking movie with Tobey Maguire in it.
Dude, they referenced a brand new movie with fucking, what's that name? Andrew Garfield in there. They literally had the dude fighting the rhino.
Yeah, but they brought them back after their movies had already ended and they didn't need any more to their arc. They just added them into the current Peter, or the, at the time, current Peter Parker's arc. Now that I know the actor's not doing that anymore. Deadpool and Wolverine, they added in a lot of people who didn't get stuff that was canceled, but that they were able to do because they got Fox under their umbrella. It wasn't just, hey, we're going to reference the old shit. It's like, hey, you didn't get a movie, so let's tie off your character because this shit was canceled.
I
Spider-Man
see
No
where
Way
you're coming
Home.
from.
Spider-Man No Way Home, Tobey Maguire's character was finished with his story. Andrew Garfield's character was finished with his story.
I see where you're coming from, but I feel like it is almost the exact same thing. Even if the people got canceled and stuff, it's still bringing them back for the fans.
Yeah.
And,
I'll say the
and
same.
for the nostalgia aspect.
I'll say the same thing with like not even like, this is not even in this topic, but like Star Wars is the same shit. They brought back Han Solo spoilers, they brought back fucking Han Solo just to kill him. Like, that tied off his storyline. Like, is that not the same thing? Like, they're literally just calling back to the Millennium
No,
Falcon and
because
all this
there
shit
was
just to appeal to the old fans.
No, because they didn't go, let's make an episode 7, then that got canceled, and then Disney made it. Like, the difference I'm saying is with Deadpool and Wolverine, and I do, like I said, they do have nostalgia in there, but some of the characters, it's not really nostalgia because they didn't get to play those characters on the screen. They didn't get their shows or their movies.
Blade had a movie.
In a unique way. Well, Blade was going to get a 4th movie, so that's
Johnny Storm was in a movie. Like,
they didn't do any more that they were going to, even though they left it on a cliffhanger.
but that's not the point. That's not what you're saying. Like, they still.
That is what I'm saying. Tobey Maguire wasn't going to get another movie of Spider-Man. It wasn't. I said it's not farming it. I said farming it with no other purpose was Spider-Man No Way Home. The others.
No, the entire movie without doing it.
Behind bringing the characters back when it comes to
the nostalgia. That was the purpose.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically, Tobey Maguire and them came back because they breached the multiverse. So technically, that's not nostalgia grab by your block.
But that shouldn't be.
That's
that is
literally the critical point of the plot.
They shouldn't have broke the multiverse and just brought in 2 actors who played the same fucking Spider-Man as Peter Parker. When they broke the multiverse, they should have had different versions of Peter Parker. Like I was saying, Noir Spider and the other versions like Scarlet Spider, Superior Spider, all of that. In Deadpool and Wolverine, when they crossed universes, they crossed universes. Like, they were from different universes as different characters. They were different takes on other characters. They weren't the same character, but just a different actor.
That's the same thing with Spider-Man. They're different characters. They fought different.
We're all Spider-Man.
That's the same thing. That's what you're saying. Like, you're saying, like, when the breach happened, like, if they brought like fucking Superior Spider-Man and stuff like that, they're still Spider-Man.
No, Superior Spider is different than normal Spider-Man. It's Doc Ock who took over Peter Parker's body.
But isn't it still a form of Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying. That is literally all I am saying.
Oh, that's narrowing down the argument to differ. What I'm saying is,
no, it's literally the same.
Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland all played the same Spider-Man. They just played him slightly different.
They are from different universes, and the TVA voids blips from other universes and puts them in the void. These guys are in from another universe. These guys are from they literally have already said that multiple times.
Yeah, but they're just essentially the same guy with a different actor, though. It's not too much of a different take on the character. I mean, it's
like the whole freaking Wolverine thing. Whenever Deadpool was looking for Wolverine,
the whole Wolverine montage, bro. They're the different versions of the same character.
I didn't say Wolverine. We're talking about the other.
We're looking at other things, but anyways, anyone else got a different hot take Marvel-wise that you would like to bring to the table?
Fuck, I had it, but then I lost my train of thought because that whole fucking thing. Oh fuck, I can't think of anything right now.
Sure, wasn't hell Miles Morales and Peter Parker are the same person because they're Spider-Man?
But they're not. They're totally two different.
And even if then, bro, you're still gonna tell me that they're not nostalgia grabbing here, like. The whole purpose of let me ask you even this question. This
exact words it had another purpose. It wasn't just nostalgia farming. The Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield thing was just nostalgia farming. It had no other purpose to bring them back.
The only issue with
it can justify by bringing them back because there was other plans they had for him that never got fulfilled. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's not for nostalgia. I'm just saying it has another purpose.
I mean, Spider-Man's also had another purpose too.
Had no other purpose.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did. It broke the okay. Let me ask you this: do you think across the multiverse, or what was it? No Way Home? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Do you think No Way Home could have been done without these two characters?
Yes.
And still had all those original villains in there. Do you think it could have been done?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think Wolverine and Deadpool and Wolverine could have been done without those guys?
Without the people inside the void?
Yes.
No, not really.
Damn.
No. I think so. The reason why they did the reason why they did No Way Home was to basically make it to where
to get Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield back in the fight.
No, the ending is what the purpose is to make everyone forget who Spider-Man is.
Yes.
That was the setup
And
for the next
exactly.
movie to set up for
It
Holland.
I think it hits. Oh yeah, great job setting up for Tom Holland. He's not fucking doing the next role, anyways.
Well, that's before this whole shit happened. So I mean, you
but-
can't even say
But
that.
either way, it makes more of an impact to me to see other versions of Spider-Man, which aren't just Spider-Man with a different actor, if that makes any sense. It's like I was saying, Scarlet Spider, Superior Spider, Iron Spider, all that, like from the Civil War stuff, from all that. Like if we had seen him across time as different versions of him, then that to me would have been better. So much to whereas we kind of got that, but all we got was really, like I said, it was basically the same Spider-Man. It's all basic Peter Parker. It's not the other versions of Peter Parker. It's not the
Tobey
other
Mag-
stuff that happened to him. If you're going to
Tobey
make
Maguire
a
never
movie
lost Gwen
fit
Stacy.
him, you need to show everything to do with Spider-Man, not just the same few dudes.
I mean, they're in different points. Tobey Maguire never lost Gwen Stacy. What's it called? Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man has to live with the grief of losing Uncle Ben and Gwen Stacy.
Okay.
And this Spider-Man just has the grief of losing everybody.
Well,
Okay,
Tobey Maguire
we have
had Mary
people
Jane,
who lost people who
MJ.
died.
MJ.
People who lost people who died, and then we have fucking, and I was saying Superior Spider, who's a completely different dude in Peter Parker's body.
But it's still a version of Spider-Man, which is the whole point.
But it's the basic red and blue version of Spider-Man. There is no other. I'm not going to keep going because I'm just going to make this whole thing about that. But it was just essentially the same Spider-Man. He just lived slightly different, but it didn't really change who he was. They all, at the core, were the same person. Not meaning
Oh,
literally.
they had
as in
their
they were all
different
Peter
struggles,
Parker.
like in
Yeah.
their own respective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do they have difference of opinions and how things go? Do they have difference of opinions and how to deal with certain villains? Do they have difference in opinions of that? No, they're all morally the same person.
Honestly,
because what's it called when they
Tobey
were trying to cure them?
Go ahead.
Whenever they were trying to cure them, fucking a bunch of them were like, "This just can't be done."
Mhm.
So
But, I
no, they
mean-
don't think the same.
Oh, so they had one difference. My bad.
I mean,
No, but I'm saying is you can tell me that we can't bring farming nostalgia was bringing back old people, even though, like I said, they had a purpose to bringing them back. Versus the other two, where the only purpose was it was really nostalgic. That's just what I'm saying.
I'm saying they're both nostalgic for like they both have their own reasons, but I both think it was literally just a nostalgia grab, and that both of these movies probably could have been done without it. And that is my whole point. Is that's the current state of Marvel superhero movies is the callback to nostalgia for
That's
the
how
younger
superhero
generations.
movies are.
I mean,
It's
you can make the case DC didn't really do it this last time. DC didn't really do it for Superman.
I didn't see Superman, so that one I can't fight on.
DC, I mean,
was pretty revolutionary, and we will get to that later for sure. Anyone else got a Marvel hot take you guys want to throw out? Anyone?
I
Green
could care less
Goblin.
about the Galaxy.
Okay.
What did you say?
I said I could care less about the Guardians of the Galaxy.
For some of the best Marvel movies. Period.
I gotta ask, what is bad Marvel movies to you? Because I hear 90% of the Marvel movies you go, those are some of the best. And I'm like, are they all the best?
Let's see.
You know
Dark World.
Hey, you know what? I'll give you-
Absolute garbage.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was
Ant-Man
garbage.
Quantumania. What else? The new Captain America, not my favorite.
No, that sucked too.
Those are examples of some bad Marvel movies, in my opinion.
Or Love and Thunder.
No, Thor: Love and Thunder was actually a good movie.
I said Thor: Dark World. Thor: Dark.
No, fucking, I heard
Right.
Jose.
Love and Thunder.
That one's okay. It's not great.
Well, that's what I said. It's a good movie. I didn't say it was fantastic.
I mean, I can't really like.
What did you say?
So the Avengers movies are over fucking rated. There you go.
All right, bud.
That's a crazy.
It's the worst version of the Hulk, and that's one of the main Avengers.
Okay, that's fair.
That could be agreed
But
upon.
They went through Tony Stark's whole arc as Iron Man to him stop being Iron Man in his movies, only to bring him back for the Avengers, and just because. Like, if you watch the end of Iron Man 3 before they did the Avengers, he
But
quit
the
being Iron Man.
multiverse.
Quit being Iron Man. Also, wasn't the multiverse. I think it's the same dude. I think it's the same version of Tony Stark from the first 3 Iron Man movies, where he joins the Avengers, even though in the 3rd movie he gives up being Iron Man.
He's not even like it's summed up in like Captain America versus the Avengers or something like that. That movie. That's why he comes back.
If it wasn't for the fight scenes and the star-studded cast, it would probably be a lot less because the writing isn't like
Fight scenes.
fantastic. I mean,
The fight
except
scenes are-
Endgame was good. I'll give Endgame that. Endgame deserves its hype.
No,
Oh.
if you put Avengers Infinity War, do you put Infinity War with Endgame? Like, because I guess it's a two-parter, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
And
on
then-
the same level, it's not, but
Also
And the
think
first
it's
Avengers was great. Really, it literally kicked off the whole franchise with that movie.
I thought it was so
Well,
great.
Iron Man
Really.
1. The Avengers really fucking made it an actual
'cause it was-
universe.
I mean, it was the first time in fucking forever that they'd had a bunch of the heroes on the same screen together. So I get the purpose of presentation beyond it, but if you watch it as a movie on its own, not look like take the blockers off of what it did for stuff, it's an all right movie, but it's not god tier that people say it is.
But at the
ahead.
time of when it was released, it was everything that we are saying it is.
Okay, but that's not talking about okay, with
Like, you
movies
have
and
to watch Avengers movies in context to understand what's going on anyways.
well, you should never have to watch a movie in context. If you can watch a movie and it stands on its own, that's my problem with movies. A lot of movies nowadays, if you can watch a movie and it stands on its own as a good movie, regardless of when you watch it, and I don't have to go, but think of when it released. That's a good movie.
I've watched it recently and I've enjoyed myself, especially because of knowing when it came out, the memories I associate with it as a kid coming out, all that kind of stuff.
Which movie is this?
The first Avengers.
The very first one, the one with all of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that shit got some beggars. He said, "Don't touch me." Well, then don't take my stuff.
Hulk taking Loki by the leg and just absolutely obliterating him. Some of the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Gave us an ultimate in fucking Marvel Rivals, bro. That scene alone translated later in time to give us an ultimate ability in Marvel Rivals.
It's a good movie. I just said it wasn't god tier. It's not god tier. I see Endgame as god tier. I think that's a great fucking movie. I'll be honest with you on that. I don't think
I honestly
the first
think-
one's as good.
I think Civil War is godlike. I think Civil War was insane.
Civil War is
War
good.
was
I
good,
wish Civil War was not its own movie. I wish it would have been done as like a trilogy. Because the
Yeah.
Civil War comic arc is so great. And there's so a lot of moments in there they could have adapted.
I also feel like after the Civil War movie, like everything kind of unraveled in the Marvel universe like really fast. Like I don't know how much later it was until after Civil War, it was the first Endgame movie.
It was pretty close after
Or
that.
Infinity War, yeah. It was Infinity War first, and then it went Endgame.
Yeah.
Because it was like, oh, we're not talking anymore, and then suddenly fucking Iron Man and Pepper are about to get married.
I guess the only thing I have to critique about Civil War is I felt it was one movie, but it did feel rushed.
It felt rushed.
It felt a little rushed, yeah, I will say.
Like I said,
they just
I
had to
can't
pack so much
say-
shit into a time frame, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I
They
can't
could
say-
have easily done that, at least a two-parter. At least.
Yeah.
I can't say any of the Avengers movies are bad. It just, like I said, closing thing, we can move on to the next one, is I just believe some of them aren't as god tier as everybody thinks they are, but there are some that are really, really good. I just think because it's all one series, everybody kind of all goes, oh, they're all great. Like people go that with Star Wars, but I'm gonna be honest with you, Phantom Menace is not the best Star Wars movie. I mean, it's better than the other ones we got, but it's just when people go, you got to watch all the Star Wars movies. I'm like, I mean, you got to watch Phantom Menace for like a couple scenes, but you could skip like 70% of it. You'll be fine.
I'll say
Go ahead.
I'll say that like Phase 4, like as a whole, like what it was like WandaVision, Winter Soldier, or Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki 2, and like all those like TV shows, even the movies that came out in this era, like this phase, I thought they were like experimental at best. Like I thought they were trying to do like a different form and get past like a different shade of Marvel while also retaining
You're talking about the
audience.
shows, right? Not the movies?
I'm talking about the entire phase.
Oh, the entire
The movie and the shows that were included in Phase 4. Like how some of them considered that this phase was the worst phase in Marvel.
I don't think it was the worst phase. I honestly think 5
think-
probably the worst phase, to be fair.
I think that some of the best stuff Marvel has ever done has come out of Phase 4, but it also had the biggest stinkers.
Yeah, bro. Can we talk about like the flip these fucking things did? Like DC used to run TV shows and now it's Marvel that runs the TV shows, and DC almost has better movies.
I've always said this, that Marvel has very good movies and shows, but DC has very good animated shows.
Yeah, they have the best animation, and
And
they're
comics.
Their live actions are pretty good. Their live actions are actually not that bad. The live action, like Flash and the live action Arrow, like the first couple of seasons of them were actually pretty fucking good.
It's owned by Disney
Yeah,
now, and they can just throw a shit ton of money out of it, so they have better production value.
one thing I definitely think is gonna be important for Marvel going forward is this next Avengers movie. I feel like this next Avengers movie is make or break for the whole franchise. And if it does not do well, DC will take over in the movie space.
Well, you better be ready, because in my opinion, the Avengers is this next movie is getting kind of close to, like, I'm gonna say this, and I might get pushback on it. It's getting almost Fast and the Furious level. Like, I don't know where they're gonna go with this next movie. I almost feel like they should try another group than just. I mean, I know they just tried Fantastic Four, but maybe they should circle to
And the
another
Thunderbolts.
group.
I feel like this
Like maybe more like I know there's been a bunch of X-Men movies, but you just put Hugh Jackman back, so maybe you could do another one of those. But there's other groups of heroes. I feel like the Avengers is coming to the Fast and the Furious problem of it's gonna put in too many movies and outstay its welcome. And I'd rather something quit too soon than too late.
I think that's why why Brendan says that this Avengers Doomsday is going to be make or break for
Oh, I was saying I
the
agree.
franchise as a whole.
I just had a feeling I agree with Brendan. I just don't have high hopes.
Apparently, they're gonna nuke like a fucking half the roster. Like a couple of like the
if
OG
this
Avengers are gonna get
does
Thanos
not
snapped
go
around the first
well,
minute.
if this transition does not go well, then Marvel will slowly die off. Not entirely until they get rebooted. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, it
until
won't
they
ever die off. It's
We limited
Yeah.
to what DC was the Six Flags.
it's Disney.
Yeah.
I mean, like we just did the Star Wars comparison. If you think about it, the new trilogy flopped like hell, but they've still kept Star Wars out because it's Disney. They could throw more money in it. They can afford to have a couple losses.
And that's kind of like the big thing is that a lot of this shit is Disneyfied. Like the Power of Friendship basically won the Republic, the last version of Star Wars, like the last trilogy movie that came out. It was the Power of Friendship. The new movie for Eternals, they basically gave depression superpowers. Like, I mean, tell me I'm wrong. Like,
it's funny. It's just funny.
yeah, I mean, respectfully, like obviously, like depression is a fucking problem. Like men's mental health or like fucking mental suicide awareness month is this month. Go get checked. But they dead ass gave fucking depression fucking superpowers, and they're like, you know what? You're not alone, and that's how we cured it, and that's how we got the void to be reversed. And I'm like, what type of kumbaya bullshit? Like, bro, I watched people get Thanos snap turned to dust for a few times. Granted, like these, like killing a kid, like right off the bat, like where they fucking shadowed a kid. I was like, oh, okay, so we're just running them.
You're talking about Thunderbolts?
Yes.
Don't you think that's going to be part of the problem with they're apparently going to nuke half the Avengers on this new movie? Aren't people just going to, I mean, because this is my thought isn't that just trying to do the Endgame ending again, but
Exactly.
just this
Yes,
time
bro.
going through with it?
Yes.
I mean, Endgame characters did die, but it wasn't as many as we originally thought it was going to be.
And they got
The major
back.
I guess they're gonna nuke them in this one. Like that to me just seems like old hat.
Yeah, bro. And the thing is like they Thanos snapped these characters. Everyone thought they were dead, and then they're like, you know what? Time heist.
Yeah, time heist.
Yeah,
So
and
I do if this Avengers movie is actually good though. Like I've been plotting because I'm a big DC fan, and if this new Avengers movie actually turns out vitalizes the franchise, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's gonna be one of those things too. It's how they're gonna play with RDJ as Doctor Doom. Like they're gonna have to do that call out where it's okay. Peter Parker sees this guy, he's gonna be like Mr. Stark, and like everyone's gonna see this guy and they're gonna think this guy's fucking Tony. But I don't know how that's gonna necessarily play into it. And whenever that hero or that villain is eventually defeated, like, is Robert Downey Jr. just going to be forever remembered as Doctor Doom at that point? Like, was he trying to erase the legacy of what Iron Man was? Like,
that's why they opened up the door for the multiverse.
I just don't understand why RDJ as Doctor Doom. Like, you mean to
Thank
tell
you.
me you couldn't necessarily go and get a new star? Like, why does it have to be someone who already died in the MCU? Like, that to me, that's a cash grab.
Because he's got a job for life.
Yeah. Like, he's maybe they had him for one more fucking contracted movie, and he was like, you know what, man, I'll be the villain. But like, to me, that just makes no sense. Like, that just feels like a cash grab. Not that I'm not excited to see RDJ as Doctor Doom.
I'm not.
It's
I'll be honest.
it's just weird to me.
I mean, if you go based off the comics themselves, there is a version of Doctor Doom that plays a role as Iron Man, but you have to look into it. I don't think
he looks like Tony Stark, though. I know who you're talking about, but I don't think he looks like Tony Stark.
No, I don't think so. But I think that's why they're opening this door for him to play that role. I think it's.
Oh, you think the overall arc is going to be they're going to turn Doctor Doom good, and he's going to turn into Doctor Doom / Iron Man.
Yeah.
What I personally think is that Doctor Doom from another universe is taking the face of Tony Stark in this universe and is going to do some wacky shit and then reveal that he's not actually Tony Jr. and a different person.
He's Chris Evans.
Chris Evans.
All I'm going to tell you is Doom
like some Men in Black shit.
Doom is arguably the
actually
greatest
Deadpool
villain in the Marvel universe, and he is really fucking strong, and he is almost won more than probably any other villain in the MCU I can think of.
You're talking about Doctor Doom?
If they make this man lose like a weakling, I'm gonna be so pissed because he's Thanos leveled.
I mean, think about how they did Galactus, bro.
We don't talk about that.
I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it? Oh, well, never mind. I ain't gonna fucking spoil it.
You can talk about it. Like, I'm not gonna watch the movie. I
look like a bitch.
They basically tripped him into a portal.
LOL.
He got treated by a small child.
Yeah, deadass guy. I mean, granted, that child is literally a god, but not yet.
Not yet, at least.
Yeah, not yet.
How we doing on time, Justin? Gotcha.
As my game took forever.
I think we should go ahead and
Spider-Man
start
hot
moving
take.
toward the DC space. I'm gonna kick it off with this little zinger here. Robert Pattinson's Batman is better than Christian Bale's.
I
Defend your post.
Yeah.
I'll defend it for him.
I'm not saying go for it.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to be honest, as Bruce Wayne, and I've said this 100 times, I don't like that Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne was a tragic character in the first movie, and then the other two, they keep trying to go back to it, but he's still having that playboy shtick, and I get some of it's for appearances. Robert Pattinson, he's depressed Bruce Wayne. I'm depressed as hell. I don't want to leave my house. I sleep during the day. I barely go out, only when I have to. I go out during the night. And I defend Gotham. He fits Bruce Wayne very well. I don't know necessarily Batman. I mean, like I said,
I personally think his Batman specifically is better than Christian Bale's. I think Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne and Batman combination makes his Batman performance one of the greatest of all. But
okay, well, I got no defense for you on Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne, but
Robert Pattinson's Batman is just as brutal, just as fast and furious, and he is also compassionate at the same time. Like, it shows a different side of Batman that I can see from the comics that Christian Bale just couldn't. All brutality. And in the comics, Batman has a compassionate side when it comes to his city, and I just didn't see that as much from the Batman of Bruce Wayne, of Christian Bale.
I also don't think it doesn't help in Pattinson's Batman. He is very much the character you take away from that movie going, man, I really liked him. In Christian Bale's, it was Bane and Joker. Like, their performances people liked more than necessarily Christian Bale's.
I'm not saying the Robert Pattinson's Batman movie is better. I'm just saying his aspect of Batman is better.
Oh no, I'm with you on that.
I definitely think he's got more potential, like, especially like now, like, he gets to see what made The Dark Knight Rises and all that shit, like that trilogy. What made that so good was, like y'all said, like the supporting cast of it. But I mean, Bale played a fucking amazing arc in those in that entire movie, like in all three of those movies. And I think that's kind of like the downside here is that Bale has 3 movies to compare, where we only have the one Patterson film to compare. So I feel like it's kind of almost unbalanced in a sense because we have
there's
way more
consistency.
shit to bash. We could bash him on way more shit than we could bash Patterson on because Patterson's only released one and he's probably only going to release another one maybe max. So
It's
I just
unfortunate, in my opinion. I really enjoyed that Batman movie and wish that he
probably
moved to
going to get the
see
Andrew
Batman.
Garfield. Yeah, he's probably going to get the Andrew Garfield treatment.
Which sucks because Andrew Garfield. Yeah, it's oddly enough we're going back to that. My shit talking of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. Andrew Garfield, I think, might be my favorite Spider-Man.
He's the most
And
comic book accurate.
I like Tobey Maguire, and I liked his movies, but I don't know. I really liked Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield is the most comic book accurate Spider-Man, and Robert Patterson's low key like a more comic book accurate version of Batman. But like Bale played the playboy hard ass
And
really
I
fucking well.
I think his Bruce Wayne is better than Robert Pattinson's. That's my opinion on that.
Because whenever I think Christian Bale, I think of American Psycho. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think of other movies
Yeah,
where
true.
he's already that persona, and so I can't really think. Whenever I see Robert Patterson, I think of Sparkle Boy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like, and that's not to take.
That's what I thought though. Is when I saw Robert Pattinson was gonna play Batman, I was like, oh god, Twilight, and that's all I could think of. And then I went and saw the movie. I was like, I feel bad for ever doubting this man.
Yeah.
He's a phenomenal actor. The movie's phenomenal, and it's kind of like Haunting of Hill House, where like you watch it again and you see it in the background that you didn't see the first time. Like there's a bunch of like little Easter eggs, and like overall, it's like put together really fucking well. I'll say kind of in the same universe as Batman. Ben Affleck's Batman and the Snyder cut of the DC universe, the DC Justice League, I thought that was fucking overrated. I thought that shit was dog shit. The Snyder's cut was terrible. Like you released another like extended version of your movie and it was arguably worse than the first one.
I think it was much better and it explained everything much better. I definitely preferred the Snyder cuts. The one thing I did like about the Batman and all of that, Ben Affleck's Batman is not his Batman, is his Bruce Wayne. His Bruce Wayne is also Christian Bale level, if not better. Just Bruce Wayne. His Batman, atrocious. Fucking hated all of it. Batman should not be using guns and murdering. What the fuck?
Unless you're
Batman kills people. Yeah, Batman kills people.
Then he's kill people.
He literally has a code not to kill people, but
Batman's hung somebody with a batarang.
But I'm not saying he doesn't cause lasting brain damage.
I won't kill. You'll just be drinking through a straw for the rest of your life.
He's like, I'm gonna turn all you bitches into V8 juice. Trust me.
You will need facial reconstruction after I'm done with you. You'll live through this.
When I played the Arkham games and I uppercutted someone and they fell off a roof in Arkham City, I was like, but he's alive though.
But he's alive though.
Paraplegic, but he's alive.
All right,
so I'll get this one out of the way because I feel like this is gonna go, and then you two can give input. But I know Brendan's gonna fight me. Batman extended family. I like Jason. That's my boy. I like Jason.
Okay, it's not a hot take if you like him.
No. I like
the best one.
I like Jason more than I like the rest of them.
Are you saying he's better than the rest of them?
Yes.
Well, that's just objectively not true.
Who's the best one? Who do you like?
It is obviously Dick Grayson.
No, it's not. He left the city. He ain't even in Gotham anymore.
That doesn't mean he's not the best out of the Bat family.
He's the worst. Bat family is
You
in
mean
Gotham.
the man who took over the cowl multiple times in Batman's stead?
Yeah, and they still were looking for Batman because they're like, "Fuck, we can't let Grayson."
He didn't want to be Batman.
Couldn't be Batman.
He could. Everyone was like, "Damn, Batman's fucking us."
All joking aside.
Oh, he was gone.
All joking aside, I think Jason's the best because I think Jason has a better story. I think Dick's story is, I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it. Initially, he is a recycled attempt at making a character that is just like Batman. Like with the whole parents dead and that being your tragedy thing. Different reason his parents are dead.
I mean, that was just Batman's first connection with Robin. And it makes sense, you know?
Yeah, and then he went, I got to get more.
And if he never made that connection with Dick Grayson because of the whole parents dying thing, he probably never would have had a Tim Drake,
It
the
doesn't
Red Hood.
make him
Wouldn't that-
the best.
But you
I
can't
definitely
say his
think-
story is better. Steal the the wheels off the Batmobile.
And he
That was
gets
better.
killed, and he comes back to life.
Yeah, he gets crowbarred by Joker. How does that make him better than Dick Grayson, who has never gotten crowbarred
Because he
by
gets
Joker?
by the fucking Lazarus pit.
Correct,
Like,
Colin.
how?
To be fair, the reason why freaking Jason
fair.
is better in a like way is because Jason is the first quote unquote son that Batman has ever lost, which kind of set him on like trend for Tim Drake to be like for Batman to really care for his Robins, right? You know, his proteges, especially with Damian. He like looks after him, he makes sure he's doing good. I think the setup for Jason played a massive role better than Dick did.
Okay, now hold on real quick. I got to enter this because you said he was crowbarred and killed by Joker. Dick got a baton through at the back of his head and he fell on a rock and died. Okay, he obviously wasn't the strongest that way.
But didn't they wreck?
That's the Injustice comics. Everywhere else, that doesn't happen.
Doesn't DC retcon him basically getting fired by Batman?
No.
He stops agreeing with Batman and wants to do his own thing and be like his own man, so that's why he goes to Bloodhaven.
Yeah,
even though he
supposed to become
does
his own
the same
person.
fucking role, bro.
He basically
Yeah,
says,
he's just-
he basically says, man who taught me and basically made me into what I am now, I disagree with you like an angsty teen, so I'm going to go to Bloodhaven.
Yeah,
And he does the
that's-
same
that's
shit
his
there.
Yeah, he's just Batman in Bloodhaven, and that's just as cool. And he's just as good. Like I said, he took over the cowl multiple times for Batman while he was away, and he did such a good job that everyone never knew anything.
Okay, but no offense.
I feel like it was just rushed.
I feel like either of the first two could do it. Maybe less Tim Drake because Tim always used like a staff or a bow staff, and Damian also used like bow staffs or swords or stuff. But Jason and Dick were both really well trained in hand-to-hand combat. So I'm just saying is if Jason had to do the job and put on the cowl, he probably just done as a good job. They're
Would've
both trained the same
people.
way. He doesn't. Okay, he murders people. Okay, if we're talking about Jason, full arc, he kills villains, but he eventually is redeemed back into the Bat family. He
He doesn't kill people. He uses rubber bullets.
He goes through a full arc though. Dick just goes, Batman, I don't want to listen to you. And then he stays in Bloodhaven not listening to Batman.
I'm just saying, Dick also led the Teen Titans and the Titans. He's also
what
been the
version?
leader of the Justice League at
Just
one
Tim
point in the
too.
comics. Did he
Oh.
lead the Justice League? The whole
Justice
league.
League- He led
When
the
Batman,
league.
yes, Dick Grayson
Batman's
led
not
the
even the
Justice
leader of the
League
league,
in his.
really.
I don't think they have a league. I only have like a leader.
The closest they do,
They have organizer.
Batman and Superman make the calls, but Superman's more the figurehead leader.
Yes, Batman is mainly calls the shots a lot, but when they found out about the whole what's it called,
Keeping tabs on people.
having a file on everybody's weakness. When they discovered he had that, like they told it he couldn't make any decisions anymore, so he had Dick do it in his stead.
So Dick made the decision because he wasn't going to be Batman level of Batman having a contingency plan.
Whenever they found out about all the contingency plans, Superman confronted him and said, "Don't you think it's a little bit like weird that you have a fucking contingency plan of everybody but yourself?" And he's like, "I do. I created the fucking Justice League, dumbass."
He also has one for himself.
Yeah, he does. But like that's the whole joke was that he's fucking like the whole reason why is I created this fucking league that is going to take away from me, who's just a smart, rich, traumatized baby.
And also, if you go into this was also my weird thing. At every universe they ever visited, every universe where they visited, multiple of them, including the Injustice one, had an evil Superman. But I can't think off the top of my head other than the Dark multiverse, evil Batman. Like even Thomas Wayne is Flashpoint Batman, who lost his son. Even though he's killing people, he kills villains. He's arguably more an anti-hero than a villain. So like I get upset whenever I watch stuff and they're like, "Oh, Batman has a contingency plan to kill all of us." It's like, I mean, yeah, because y'all have gone evil in other timelines.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, too, like, reason, in my opinion, why it's always Superman that goes evil is because Superman's moral compass makes him kind of almost a boring character. Him always having like the overarching arc of always doing good. His fucking worst villain is a fucking rock, whereas Batman has borderline almost killed Joker. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Superman's not getting that far.
He has killed him.
Exactly. He fucking has. You know what I mean? Like, there's and it's only really where evil Superman exists where like he kills like Lex Luthor. You know what I mean? Where in the normal universes, Superman's not doing that shit. Like, it's not even.
That's why what makes Superman him is the always do good part.
And I agree with that. I'm not saying anything else about that. I'm saying that's what makes him a boring character, and so that's what makes him being in Injustice and him being evil Superman. That's what makes him even more exciting.
I feel like that's what people have been gravitating to in the last like 30 years. As like Superman fan as a child, the reason I loved him so much was because he always did good. He was the best person.
The boy.
Two things I want to touch real quick about him. The thing really, if you break down Superman, that makes him become evil is his moral compass is great, but it is very fragile and it requires certain things to happen. Slight deviation or problem in his life that happens. Like when Joker, the whole Injustice comics is Joker gave him some cytotoxin where he saw his pregnant wife, Lois Lane, as Doomsday. So he beat the shit out of her. And her heart had a sensor set to it to where a nuke went off in Metropolis and killed everybody. If stuff like that happens, he's breaking. The difference with him and Batman is there's not really much you can do to Bruce that he already hasn't had to deal with. Like even when Jason died, he didn't kill Joker. Like that's one of my things to example why I love Batman so much is he lost his parents at such a young age and has dealt with so much tragedy that he will do what he can to protect people and doesn't want to ever lose people like that again. But his reaction seems a lot tamer than like Superman's when he loses someone he cares about. Like Superman's fucking body people.
I feel like evil Superman has come up too many times in the recent memory because like it's only happened a couple times and that's some crazy shit to happen to you all in the same because like Lois and his unborn child that he found out about that morning and his whole city is blown up. That is some major variable in Superman's line to make him go evil. Like if the whole Bat family got fucking Thanos snapped, you don't think Batman's out killing people?
I don't personally, probably not. No. I mean, probably not because he's already lost his fucking parents. He's already done the whole trauma. He's already done the Ra's al Ghul bullshit. Like he's fine. Whereas Superman's literal moral compass is nothing but good. So once you have that fucking straight line and somebody scratches through it like that, like that's a pretty deep fucking cut. He doesn't have the training that Batman does.
Jason literally got killed by Joker. He didn't kill Joker.
He didn't kill Joker. That's right there.
Lost his parents too, technically.
Superman lost his whole fucking parent. Superman lost his whole fucking planet.
So Dick also got killed by his own son. And even though he basically considers Dick Grayson like his real son. He's basically considering him like a son. And Damian kills him in the
in Injustice.
And Bruce doesn't beat the living shit out of Damian. I don't know what else you can do because by that point he's not close to Damian.
But see, and that's the thing. And that's the disconnect.
To be fair, if you read that whole comic, he wasn't intentionally trying to kill. Well, I know.
I understand
for the audience. He wasn't trying to kill Dick. And even when Dick Grayson comes back as Deadman, which is some of the coolest shit. That's my favorite version of Dick Grayson is Deadman. Grayson. He forgives Damian and he wants people to go easy on Damian. He doesn't want anything bad to happen to him.
And guess what? He joins the wrong side. He should have been harder and beat the shit out of that kid.
That's like what we're saying is like the difference between Superman and his fucking Batman. Batman has been through trauma like constantly, and he still chooses not to do this, right? Because he's already been through it. Whereas Superman, whenever he lost his fucking planet, he wasn't old enough to remember. Like when he lost his fucking parents, he wasn't old enough to remember. Like he
I mean,
just
he loses his father, his adoptive father, in the comics a lot.
yeah, he loses.
He's fine, and he's lost Lois multiple times in the comics and
But think
not
about what
gone
the message.
crazy.
Think about
But
what the message his father sent to him, bro. His father, his literally father from Kansas, was like, "Do good. Like no matter what the cost is, do good." That man's parents got fucking shot in an alley. You think that
Yeah,
man's
and
father
like,
looked at him and
the
said, "Hey, bro,
message.
do good," as I'm getting blooded out like by some robber? Like, no, bro. There's apples to
Speaking of which,
oranges.
Batman finds the person who killed his parents and doesn't kill that
He
guy.
doesn't kill him either. Yeah.
Clark, he gets so mad he puts his fist through. Like, I know that's blurred in the games, but if you read it in the comments, puts his fist through Joker's chest.
I don't know if you
Now,
saw the animated
don't get me
movie,
wrong.
but it did it too.
Don't get me wrong. My
like a
favorite,
mortal
like I said,
fucking.
my favorite superhero of all time is Red Hood, Jason Todd, and that's because in his universe, I'm not saying I agree with this in our world, but in his world, some people got to be put down. Like Joker should have been put down long ago. I agree with Jason in that one.
Hot take. I don't mind superheroes murking people.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't. If you mean to tell
on the
me,
superhero.
huh?
It depends on the superhero.
Nah, I'm saying when fucking Spider-Man walked down to Kingpin and was like, "Hey, bro, if you keep this shit up, I'm gonna flood your shit with web fluid." I think that should be the forefront of a lot of these
I think it depends
superheroes.
more on the villain. Like if the villain's
I
a
think it's
constant pain in the ass,
just drop him off the
constantly
highest
killing.
building
I'm talking like Peacemaker.
for the sake of plot armor.
A
Fuck him.
superhero that kills people, but there's a reason for it. Like that's
But
how he was
Peacemaker's
trained,
also
and he's a marksman.
he's also ironically a bad superhero though. That's the whole playoff on him.
Yeah,
Is he's not
Yeah.
the best.
because he kills fucking people.
It's kind of like Deadpool in a sense, but like they have fucking Deadshot, whatever. But I mean, the jokester aspect of it and how kind of comedically bad he is the Deadpool aspect of it.
Like
Mhm.
it's that's why it depends on the superhero. It doesn't. Like I do not need to see Spider-Man murking people over and over again. That should not be the
But
first.
if he
But
murked
if
a mass murderer, I wouldn't care.
Yeah,
Like if he murked someone Joker level,
And if it's accidental, yeah, but like the whole point is bringing them to justice.
Justice has
But
failed multiple times over and over and over again. If you kill
well, the
them, then
Punisher
justice.
exists.
That's why the
what
Punisher
does that
exists,
teach
baby.
the children?
Listen, bro, fairy tales don't exist. Fairy tales don't exist for children to know
I
that
was
things exist.
child.
They already know
when I
they exist.
I was a child when I watched the Blade series, and Blade's cutting off vampires' heads left and right.
Different.
I mean, he's
This
technically under Marvel.
I mean, this
They,
quote
you
says it
can
best,
kill
bro.
monsters. You can't kill humans.
I
Okay,
mean-
so Morpheus, you kill him?
Morpheus, yeah. The quote that's like, fairy tales don't exist, so children know that dragons exist. They already know that dragons exist. Fairy tales exist so children know that dragons can die. Like, they can be killed. So if you're telling me that the justice system is catching these villains over and over and over again, and they're going back and they're doing the same shit over and over and over again, what message?
Well, that I mean, if the justice system is failing, yes. But like, if in
In
a
superhero
perfect
uni-
world in superhero land, the justice system should work,
Okay.
right?
So I
I'm
know
just
we're
saying,
running.
fucking Arkham Asylum is like probably the worst prison in the fucking entire comic series because
yeah.
people break out of that shit all the
all
fucking
the time.
That's a whole that's like a whole arc. But they
The front
find
door
out
might as
that
well be open
Quincy
the entire
Sharp
time.
is like the most fucking corrupt dude in the world.
Yeah, it's just if there was just some comic books that were just like, hey, yo, we realize, bro, this shit's crowded. We're running him, bro. We're running him. Hunt these bitches as a sport.
Let it
So-
go.
So I know we're probably going over on time. So I got another take I want to give y'all, which is semi other and semi DC. And then I think about it. You know how everybody loves the Boys TV show and how everybody's like, oh, it's revolutionary, all this. I love that show, but I'll be honest with you, the more and more I see of it, and more I think about it, is the TV version of The Boys is an adaptation of the Watchmen comics.
This, I can agree upon this one.
Yeah, I agree with
Uh,
that one too.
Is
Yeah.
like with the superheroes that are, you know,
mean-
dickheads and all that. Like in the Watchmen, I can't remember the girl's name off the top of my head, but like there's a whole thing about her. It's like, oh, one of the other hero, and they had a kid, but in reality, it was consensual later on that they had the kid, and they have all this weird takes, and then the really smart guy, the one who's like insanely smart and knows everything. He's basically Homelander level where he's like, yeah, we're gonna kill a bunch of people and have this incident happen, and then the world's just gonna think we're great and it's gonna cause peace.
Yeah. I honestly like The Boys it really plays like into like not all superheroes are like good. You know what I mean? They all have a dark side to it, which I mean I do appreciate that.
The Boys is also like a parody on superheroes just as much as anything else. You know, it's making fun of it and also showing other aspects to life what of a superhero and what the government corruption and what like it can do to people. It ties into a lot of different, and I don't. It's not a direct ripoff, but the boys have
Oh.
definitely taken like a lot of inspiration from a lot of different things. I'm sure The Watchmen was one of their bigger inspirations.
Well, I wouldn't say the comics are like The Watchmen. The comics of The Boys are a lot different than the show. The
Yeah.
show reminds me more of The Watchmen. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I was just saying is I've slowly started to realize that. with the exception of speaking, Black Noir reminds me of Rorschach.
Yeah.
Like the guy who just show up and fucking break people's necks. Because Rorschach will kill people.
Yeah, Rorschach don't give a fuck.
Yeah. It's like, other than Rorschach actually talks, he reminds me of Black Noir. Or Black Noir reminds me of him.
Go ahead.
If we're gonna move outside the DC area, I just want to say that the Umbrella Academy is one of the best superhero IPs to come out outside of the big two that I've seen. They've done such a good job with superpowered beings in a different way, you know, like how they got their powers, how they're developed, how this one organization is orchestrating all of this, and how lives are affected, especially in the first season. But
I think it goes downhill like after the second season.
yeah,
After
after
the
the
second
second season, it's not as fun.
Comics are kind of bland. The show is cool. The comics are kind of mid.
Also, it's also kind of weird. Like, it's a superhero show, but I'll always view it like a superhero show, if that makes any
Yeah.
sense.
For sure.
It also was kind of annoying too that like I feel like at the end of season 1 they figured out how to use their powers, and then at the start of season 2 they basically have to do it all over again.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of like shit, but it was already like kind of mediocre. Like the first season had so much hype to it, and then it took them like another year and a half to come up with a second season, and the second season just wasn't as good. Yeah, it just kind of flopped, and so they just fucking held on to season 3 and 4, and then thankfully just wrapped up at their season 4. But I think they had some serious potential. I think Klaus is arguably one of the most well-written characters, and the actor who portrayed Klaus did a phenomenal job. The actress who played Allison did a phenomenal job.
Honestly, all of them did. Like the whole, specifically the first season was magic. Every episode glued to that shit, begging for more.
Yeah, and it was super cool because I can't remember what her name was, what their name was, bro. The girl who cut Allison's throat, like slit her throat with the violin cord. What was her name? Viola.
Yeah.
I think, but yeah, that girl's character arc, his character arc, their character arc is pretty good.
Yeah, and I love how the inclusion there was fucking sick too.
Yeah,
just with the transition of that actor, like I enjoyed how they were just like, "Yep, this is it."
Victor now. Yeah, Victor.
Yep.
Victor. In another universe, I think the only reason why Brody was defeated in Dragon Ball was strictly because of the plot armor of Goku.
Broly? Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, and I also think Goku's low key arguably a big part of the problem in Dragon Ball, because a lot of the shit happens because that motherfucker is there.
He exists. He is the true villain of Dragon Ball.
Fucking the Earth has been blown up how many times?
Three
But
times.
by that same note, if he wasn't friends with Whis, it wouldn't have been fixed so many times.
If they didn't go to Namek.
Yeah, I'm just saying Goku's low key the problem.
Yeah. There's no doubt about it. He's definitely top 5 of worst anime dads, and then he's also like
top 5 worst anime dads. Okay.
That may be a short list. I can't think of very many shit anime.
I mean, you got the dad from fucking Full Metal Alchemist who turned his daughter into a dog.
Valid.
And then you have Baki's father. Forgot his name. Then
I don't
you'll
watch enough anime.
yeah, you gotta start watching some animes. But yeah, there's quite a bit out there. Top 5 at least. You also have Gon's dad. I forgot about him.
Just saying, hot take: Metro Man can beat any superhero in a
No, his weakness is copper.
This is a lot.
not canon.
He said it himself.
I saw him die.
Just
Just
canon.
saying.
Saw the
Just
skeleton
saying.
and everything.
That's all skeleton and everything.
I'm just saying he's stronger than Superman. He's stronger than Goku. Stronger than
I like how your
Saitama.
brain didn't want you to even say that sentence because you were going to say he's stronger than Superman, but you had you fumbled it. You went like he's stronger than Superman.
He's stronger than Superman.
He's stronger than
His brain said you are not about to say this.
he's stronger than the Hulk. He's stronger than.
Nope, his weakness is copper.
I'll give you some copper.
Can I ask to kind of start closing this out? Name your favorite superhero TV or like all-time favorite TV shows.
TV shows, like plural or just one?
Like cartoons, live actions, whatever. Movies if you really want to go that far. But like
Okay.
at least top 3.
Okay.
Top 3 right now.
Yeah.
Of all time.
Yeah, who started would be a good.
Go to the host.
I got
Go to the
this.
host. The host.
Batman Beyond, Teen Titans. And I had a third one.
Apparently, you don't got this.
Apparently, I don't got this.
Hey, you want me to do mine?
Yeah.
Animated Adventures, The Justice League, and Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, Invincible. Sorry. There we go.
Okay, I got the original Teen Titans, I got a Batman Beyond, and I got Harley, the animated series.
I really want to
Yeah.
just cover this real quick. I didn't mean to interrupt, but when I say Animated Adventures Batman, I somewhat count Batman Beyond because it's a continuation of that series
Yeah.
because it takes place after
Okay.
it follows that series timeline.
That's
Like,
strange.
I really like Batman Beyond. I know I'm saying you could say it, but I'm saying is I'd count it along with it because when I go rewatch old cartoons, if I rewatch Batman Animated Adventures, I will watch Batman Beyond right after it.
Batman Beyond, just that intro is
So
it's
good.
fucking incredible.
It's
Oh,
so
it's-
good. So I'll switch.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'll switch Batman Beyond, and I'll go Avatar: Last Airbender.
Banger.
That's a banger. Okay. For my list, it's gonna be Young Justice. Young Justice, very good.
What?
Codename Kids Next Door.
Does that count?
They are superheroes.
They're not
They're not-
superheroes.
They're
Special
heroes.
ability.
Superhero.
Like,
How about
he
that?
likes Kids Next Door. He likes Young Justice.
He does.
all
Is that
ju-
commissioned when he turns 30? Like, what's going on here?
I mean, if
He
you really
hits
think
50 and
about
he's
it,
just like whatever.
if you really think about it, Batman is just older version of Codename Kids Next Door. Just saying. They just use gadgets.
Yeah, because Batman's
the-
a bunch of goons
The
and little
old
kids
version
making
of
shit with
the old
spatulas
dude.
and sticks and glue guns.
But he's considered a superhero and he just uses gadgets.
But he doesn't get decommissioned when he hits a certain age. Batman.
I didn't realize your hot take, Jose, was going to be what constitutes a hero show.
No, all seriousness. Teen Titans is definitely up there as one of my childhood memories. For best shows, and then I gotta say, Injustice. The Injustice movie is probably up there
It's
as well.
pretty.
Oh, that's a great TV show.
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite like comic book series is the Injustice. It's just like
Mine's
it's
the
so
Metal.
good.
I definitely
Yeah,
like the
Metal's so
darker tones of like the superhero overall, like superhero stories. Like I honestly like vibe more with like the Suicide Squad like arcs than I do with like most of the superhero ones.
Yeah, feel that. Well, that sounds about time to wrap it up. Thank you guys for listening from all of us here at the Joystick Junkies. So who's hosting this time?
Yo, when the fuck did we get a podcast?
The fuck do we get a podcast?